Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning. Nice rainy day, I guess, in Western Iowa, so that's very much welcome. So I'm Chris Whitaker. I'm the Local Assistance Director here with Region 12 Council of Governments, headquartered in Carroll. Just a couple of notes that we will mute each of you this morning to limit the background noise, and that this session will be recorded for later use and viewing. And if you have missed any of our previous sessions, please visit our website at www.region12cog.org and then click on the Resources tab and then Webinars and Podcasts to view previous episodes and our webinars. So this webinar will also be recorded and posted in an upcoming week to 10 days if you want to catch something that you might have missed. So this morning's webinar will provide an overview of the tools Square offers to help businesses of all sizes to start, run, and grow. This webinar and those before it are made possible through Special CARES Act funding provided to Region 12 COG from the U.S. Department of Commerce Economic Development Administration. We'd also like to thank our partners from the 6 county economic development organizations in our region: Audubon County Economic Development, Carroll Area Development Corporation, Chamber and Development Council of Crawford County, Greene County Development Corporation, Midwest Partnership, and SAC Economic and Tourism Development for their work in promoting this event and assisting in developing these topics. Also, a very special thank you to the Iowa Small Business Development Center. Darcy Swan is with us this morning and will be one of our facilitators for really coordinating and helping put these sessions together. The Small Business Development Center is a very, very valuable resource to business all across Iowa and the nation. This will be the last of our small business webinar series, but we do have one final webinar next week, which focuses on really Economic Development 101 and what goes into being on an economic development board, some of the tools and techniques of economic development, and that will be next Wednesday morning at 7:30 a.m. You've heard enough from me this morning, so I'm very pleased to introduce our presenter this morning. Martin Guerrero is a Community Affairs Associate with Square Small Business and Community Advocacy. Martin, welcome. Thank you very much. The floor is yours.
Awesome. Good morning. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Darcy, for inviting me back here. Happy to be here. So yeah, today we're going to talk about all things Square, right? So you know us just from the the little white reader, right? We're going to talk a whole lot more than just that, but that's what got us started there. So we're going to start off with just it's a little bit of background on Square and just who is Square, right? So Square was founded in 2009 by Jack Dorsey and Jim McKelvey, both out of St. Louis. Prior to founding Square, Jim was or is an artist still, and had a custom glass blowing business. His pieces of art ranged, anywhere from $500 and up. He had lost several sales because folks, because he couldn't accept credit card payments, right? And money both carried around, $1,000 or a couple $1,000 in cash. So he would lose sales, and frustrated, Jim, together with Jack, went to a bank and signed up for a credit card terminal. This is early 2005, 2006, around there, right? So signing up for a merchant account then, was painful, right? So lots of paperwork, application took months. Banks asked for multiple credit checks, years of financial history, and being an artist, a lot of that stuff was pretty difficult to come up with. And then we're finally approved, to accept cards. They really didn't know what rates they were paying, right? Rates were all over the place. And after going through all of that, his very first card, that he processed, the deposit was held up for a couple of weeks. So, it just kind of felt, pretty unfair, very exclusionary to small business. And so Square was born out of that frustration. It turns out that frustration that Jim and Jack felt, resonated with a lot of his friends in the artist community and just in the small business community in general there, and now turns out many more businesses all over the country face that same frustration. So they joined forces and founded Square, right, with the mission to build an honest financial network for everyone, right? So our purpose at Square is economic empowerment. And that means offering accessible tools so sellers, we refer to our customers as sellers, right? Square sellers, so they can have peace of mind in managing their business and selling anywhere, anytime. And so our tools help all types of business owners participate and thrive in the economy. And today we're going to be sharing all of the tools we have in that toolkit. So really excited to partner with you guys again here today, and really to help business, all types of businesses, from breweries, home contractors, quick service restaurants, right, boutiques, accountants, salon owners. Really, runs the gamut of businesses that you can run through Square. And we all know that business owners want to save time and money to get organized, and we saw their help wanted signs this past year became more urgent amid the pandemic, but it was largely to help adapt their business to new technologies in order to succeed. And so what does that look like in practice, right? Creating a more inclusive payment experience, for all business types. So, running a business, is far from a walk in the park even today, but, it was very tricky back then to piece together all these different, pieces of hardware, software, payment services, with pen and paper solutions, right? Cash, check, clunky cash registers, paper receipts with only obscure item names, right? Manual punch cards for employees, paper analytics, and so on. And so it was pretty difficult to get a complete picture or overview of how your business was doing, right? So I remember, growing up, and in high school, my father started his own business. He was a plasterer and did stucco by trade, and started his own business. And I just remember helping him set up an office back then. And back then, like, the most high-tech thing he had was a fax machine, right? So he could receive invoices and send invoices and things like that. But anything else was paper. It was paper everywhere, receipts everywhere, documents everywhere. It was just, paper everywhere. And it was really hard to, come tax time, it was a whole lot of fun helping him, get all that stuff together and putting that together for his accountant. So Square set out to make, business operations more digital, right, real time, and integrated really all into one platform to help provide those business owners, with really just like holistic information about their business, and not just about payments, but also inventory levels, customers, employees, right? We want our sellers to be able to be making informed decisions about their business overall. All right, so we're going to get into payments, right? What started it all? But before we do, Darcy, do we have any questions that we can address right now? No. Okay, good. All right, so let's talk about what set us apart, right? And really revolutionized an industry. Square made it easy to get started fast, right? No standing in lines, no filling out forms, no 2-week application processes, right? And best of all, no extra fees, no long-term contracts, and just really no tricks, right? We're all pretty transparent. So you can sign up, right, with Square, just like any consumer product, whenever and wherever you want, right? Even if it's in the middle of the night. The reason we were able to do this is because Square took a different approach to managing risk, right? We stand in our seller's shoes as the merchant of record, right? Which allows us to onboard individuals who otherwise would not be able to gain access to the card payment industry. So whether you're selling in person or online, we make accepting cards fast, painless, and as secure as possible. So speaking of security, right? So security is engineered into our products from the ground up. We follow all industry requirements that keep data safe instead of passing that responsibility onto the business owner. Our systems constantly monitor for suspicious activity. If we suspect something, right, we notify you and help you avoid lost goods or sales. We take care of the PCI compliance. You don't have to. That's not something you have to pay extra for. That's just included in the overall Square system. And so you can see here some of the features, right, of just accepting payments with Square. One rate for every card, right? That was pretty revolutionary at the time, where, as you know, if you had a traditional type of credit card terminal, depending on the type of card, your rate would vary, right? So if someone had a rewards card, your rate was much higher. So the company could then pay off those rewards, but they paid it off because they collected a higher rate from the business owner, right? So, and that's for the same for every swipe, dip, or tap. So again, no different fees there. And then of course you have support. You can call us, email us. We have live chat as well. All right, so chatting about payments, right? Let's talk about how folks are taking payments, right? They're one of the more common ways, and that's going to be our hardware. Right, so much of Square's early history revolved around this little guy right here, right? The little white reader that you've probably had your card swiped with, or maybe even used yourself, right? This reader still to this day solves the most critical need of any business owner, which is the ability to make a sale, right? So the popularity of this reader signaled that the challenges businesses face with taking payments extended far beyond just taking MaxDrive credit card payments, and when we're experiencing by larger sellers as well. So business owners have long had to deal with, clunky, outdated payments hardware that never spoke to their software payments at their point of sale. Right? In addition to this, they were getting charged exorbitant monthly fees tied into 3 or 4 year leasing contracts, and faced with hard to understand rates. So Square's response to that was a full range of hardware, all of which were intent on empowering sellers of any shape or size with modern integrated products that are easy to get started and grow with. In an industry where sellers are rightfully weary of trusting payment providers, we subsidize the pricing on all of our hardware and pretty much sell it at cost, and also offer financing on our end to make it accessible as ever for any seller to get started. So with our product portfolio, right, our hardware portfolio, we truly believe that there's a Square product that can empower really every type of seller, large or small, across many verticals. And so not only is that hardware design, and functionality best in class, but so too is our fair pricing and support, right? And so we're confident that with Square hardware, in-person sellers have the foundational tools to succeed. So here we have the Square contactless chip reader. It's ultra accessible, right? Priced at just $49. You can, in some places, it's less. I know, I think I saw it at Costco for like $38, and available online through Square or through other large retailers. Low entry price point makes it great for full payment acceptance, right? So you have the slot for chip cards, and then it also does tap payments right on the card itself. So imagine you're in person, you have the chip reader here, and you can just tap for Apple Pay, Google Pay, anything like that easily and quickly, and take a little more contactless type payments. So really easy. You saw how small it is, right? Take it with you on the go. Really works well for a lot of our folks who are on the move a lot, right? Home repair, right? Delivery, curbside pickups, curbside delivery, things like that. And even brick and mortar is looking for just a really simple payment solution. The Square Stand, you're probably familiar with the Square Stand, one of our another iconic products, right? Probably seen in quite a few cafes or coffee shops. Designed to be easy and probably the most affordable way to set up a complete point of sale system, right? So this product includes a Square reader, like you see on the side there, a contactless chip reader, but it has a weighted dock that keeps that in place for, to keep it on the counter so it doesn't move around. And then securely holds an iPad, swivels around for easier, faster checkouts. And then it's entirely modular as well, so you can add key accessories like printers, cash drawers, scanners, all of that. And all this is available for just $169, both online and again on in-store retailers. Square Register, it was our first fully integrated point of sale terminal that lets you start right out of the box. Point of sale is built to be faster, more powerful, and more reliable, right? No extra tablet. So this has its own, display system already built into it, so you don't need an extra iPad or anything like that. Really designed to just be, one seamless system. Really popular functionality is the removable customer-facing piece there. You can see that the little square that can be in front of the actual register itself, so you can dip the card or tap again yourself, and making for a more easily distance payment acceptance program there. And these retail at $7.99. The Square Terminal, so we saw a booming popularity for this for a lot of the outdoor dining that was allowed during the pandemic, right? So you can do tableside payments. Really, again, all-in-one credit card machine for payments and receipts. So it's built top to bottom by Square. So really everything just works. And again, I've got another one here. So you can see it's pretty small, right? So it's about the size, the screen is about the size of a cell phone, but it's pretty small there. And again, it's got the built-in built-in printer in the back. So pretty, its form factor is pretty familiar, right? So it's really similar to a cell phone, but still unique. And again, fully integrated, so they don't need a separate cell phone, iPad, or any third-party accessory to get it started. It's right out of the box, all-day battery. Again, like I mentioned, really popular this past year with food and beverage. Again, tableside payments, and again, just payments on the go in general. Again, this retails at $299. All right. So because every business is a little different, right? Square has a variety of software options as well to help you take yours wherever you want it to go. So whether you're in a restaurant, sell retail goods, book appointments, or just need a versatile system for whatever comes next, we have quite a few point of sale software offerings to best support your needs. Again, Darcy, any questions so far? All right, good. Okay, so the Square point of sale, our most popular point of sale, it's the free one. It's already worked for over 2 million businesses globally. In this example here, we're using it on the Square stand. It's quick to set up, right? Easy to use, customizable to businesses, all shapes and sizes. And again, best of all, it's free. So you can download that from your phone, from a tablet, from your laptop, right? So you can take payments however you want. Make sales more efficient, right? And then integrates with some third-party options for like QuickBooks, Xero, a lot of different third parties to really integrate into your business there. And again, this is all accessible from your laptop, phone, or Square hardware itself. So that's just the Square point of sale. And then we have the all-in-one, the restaurant point of sale, built to streamline and speed up your restaurant operation from the front of house and back of house to pickup and delivery, right? To help your team perform better, keep inventory stocked with menu management, floor plans, automatic inventory alerts. You can run reports, specific restaurant reports like day part, covers, right? Employees, comps, and voids. And then our newest offering is Square KDS, which is a kitchen display system, right? So simply connect your kitchen display to the rest of your restaurant with Square for Restaurants. And again, see all your orders on one KDS screen wherever they're placed. And then Square for Retail, designed to help retail stores sell in-store and online seamlessly with built-in tools for advanced inventory management, sales, and staffing, right? So you want to know how much inventory you're moving and how much money you're making in minutes. You can ring up sales quickly, keep lines moving, right? You can be able to scan barcodes with your iPad camera if you're using the iPad, and set low stock thresholds by any SKU, right? View what's running low from your dashboard and receive email alerts. And then Square Online Store seamlessly integrates with in-store inventory as well. So whether you're selling online or in person, that inventory number is always in sync, so you're not overselling. Square for Appointments, really powerful appointment scheduling software. All your services are instantly bookable by your customers for free or on your free online booking website, or you can even integrate onto Google and Instagram and Facebook, where you can have a button for booking through those specific apps, right, to help you protect your time and your business by you can require full prepayment up front or charge cancellation fees to reduce no-shows. We saw this really help a lot of businesses out. I know I partnered up with some folks in the Los Angeles County area, and at one point they had a mandate that for service-based businesses, you couldn't do walk-ins. You had to have appointments. You had to have some sort of appointment system. So them being able to get up and running quickly and easily with Square Appointments really helped them, overcome that. All right. So whether online, in store, or both, like many are today now, Square's business intelligence software comes free with your Square account. So just signing up with Square, you automatically have access to our intuitive dashboard that puts all your business data in one place. Right? It's business intelligence software that comes free with your Square account. So from real-time reports to customer contacts, you really have everything at your fingertips to make informed business decisions and plan for the future, with confidence. Right? No need to wait on end-of-day reports. You can check Square Analytics anytime to get a handle on sales, customers, right, and more. Right, spot what's selling. The analytics breaks down to the item, so you can see what's most popular at your business, what time of the day your sales are happening the most, to help you with staffing. Right, so you can know when to stay open later if you need to stock up on certain items. And again, this is free from your dashboard. You also have an iOS app for that as well. And I've seen some businesses that we've transitioned from cash only to cash and card that were using the Square dashboard as part of their business. Because when you're using Square, you can when you take a payment through the pre-point of sale system, you have an option right for cash. It doesn't just have to be cards. You can include cash to just kind of keep track. So as you add data into the system, right, all that data starts to build up. So they can really see like, hey, they can see the total amount of sales versus writing it down. They could see all the sales they took, and then they could also see what items were selling the most. So again, it's not just for folks just necessarily doing credit card payments. All right, so starting to get into some of the other offerings that kind of go along with the hardware, software, and payments offerings here. So invoices, again, helping you to get paid faster, offering, we have a free invoices product that can send estimates and invoices in seconds, from your phone or laptop. Right, so you can send professional invoices, track them in real time, accept payments online, right, all in one place. So you can save time with auto billing, store card information, and then again, this includes the reporting tools as well, right? So you can see when your payments are being paid, how much is pending, how much has gone through, how much you've collected, right? So it's really just create an invoice, enter the customer's email and amount, press send. That's it. And it can be a one-time charge, or again, you can set it up to be recurring. You can also set it to be customized, right, as a progress invoice, which is great for jobs that have like multiple stages of billing. For example, you can set a progress invoice for $1,000 project that is invoiced over 4 weeks for $250 per week, right? So for someone that's going to be working out for that amount of time, they can just invoice that $250 per week to break that up. And again, invoices themselves don't have any monthly fee. It just costs, anytime someone processes their credit card. Right, Square Loyalty is our built-in customer loyalty program that helps you build a program right from your point of sale. So a perfect tool for any business that thrives on repeat business. And that's basically everyone, right? We all tend to thrive on repeat business, but some of the folks that have really taken it to great heights, right? Food and drink, you think your coffee shops, quick service restaurants, retail, smaller retail stores, even, studios, massage places, things like that have recurring business. So you can have, entice folks to come back. And we do that because, thanking your customers with the loyalty program, right? Our data shows that loyalty customers tend to spend, are 2 times more likely to be repeat customers, and on average spend 37% more at checkout. And so you can, our data shows that, the Square Loyalty is built directly into the point of sale. So you can start easily without, you don't need any new equipment, right? You're not necessarily needing punch cards. It's all done digitally. So they just enroll with their phone number, then it attaches their card to that, whether they use multiple cards. So anytime you swipe your card and you put in your phone number, it's going to record that, and they'll start building up your points automatically. So you can do that right with collecting points, stars, or whatever system you'd like to create for that. And then again, it's just, you can set this up per location, or if you have multiple locations, you can set it up for multiple locations as well. Marketing, right? Helping to expand your reach. With every sale, customer email addresses are added at checkout, and you can easily upload pre-existing customer list as well to use Square Marketing. So you don't need to be a marketing expert to send beautifully crafted, campaigns. Our simple suite of email marketing tools, you can go from start to send, pretty much in no time flat. We have a lot of pre-built campaigns for you, promotional, holidays, things like that, that'll make it really quick and easy to get started, right? And since the marketing and coupons are built right into the point of sale, you can quickly see from your dashboard the number of redemptions, and you can track your sales back to campaigns, right, all in one place. So you can see, okay, I sent out an Easter campaign, and man, that was been my most popular campaign for this specific product. When I send out a Halloween campaign, this specific product tends to be the one that folks use the most. I'm a huge fan of email marketing. It's been around forever, right? And it's simply just using email to promote your goods or services. But a really well-crafted, email marketing campaign isn't just promotion, right? It's a way to establish trust, to build rapport with your customers, build a relationship. And then it's by far the most offers the best return on investment for that. So for every dollar you're spending on email marketing, you can expect an average return of $38. And again, that's still industry-wise. I mean, that's one of the highest ROIs you're gonna see for something that's pretty simple to use. All right, gift cards. So Square also offers businesses the ability to create a gift card program relatively easily. And again, gift cards are integrated into all the point of sales and online, and they're also redeemable online. And here again, you can simply sell, redeem, track, reload, free to set up. And again, it's just, you know, when the customer purchases from you, there's the initial swipe fee. Now, it can be e-gift cards, right, which have been super popular, easy to set up, no additional, you know, you can carry plastic cards in stock or anything like that. You can order plastic cards as well, and both are good for in-person and online. And so no matter, you know, what stage you're in, Square makes it easy to take your business online. Last year, I spent a lot of my time doing webinars such as this, teaching folks, you know, how to get online with Square quickly and easily, to be able to offer, you know, an online store with pickup, delivery, right, different shipping options, right? So really, big advantage here is the automatic sync, right? So seamlessly integrates with your point of sale, imports your existing items and inventory. So it's not, you know, you're not doing one thing here for your in-person and one thing here for your website where they're kind of, you know, not speaking to each other. Everything is always in sync. So whether you know, if I have 10 of a specific item in stock and I sell one online, right now it shows 9 and I can only sell 9 in person. So everything stays in sync. And again, you can set up, you know, shipping options. You can integrate with UPS, USPS, FedEx, all of that, right? Curbside pickup, right? Which we saw a huge boom in this past year, and we, you know, continue to see that. I mean, if you've been to a Walmart or a Target, right, you see now they've got all these spaces set aside specifically for or buy online and pick up in store, which is another way to curbside pickup, and that's not going away, right? That's something that folks are used to now. We've had a year of it now, you know, in existence, and it's just going to keep going. So I guess folks really like that option. And then you can also offer delivery. So we have 2 ways to do delivery. So you can do your own what we call our seller power delivery. So that's you having your own driver, right? That someone can place an order online, you know, for delivery, and then you dispatch your own driver. We also have integrations with both Postmates and DoorDash to offer delivery through them. So this is a little different than being on the DoorDash app or the Postmates app, where they're not ordering directly from you, they're ordering from the app. They would be actually ordering directly from your website, right? I go on there and I say I want delivery. That comes into your store, you prepare it, and then a driver from one of those 2 you know, businesses will pick it up and deliver it for you. And folks can track the driver, they can see where they're going, and this is all for less than you would pay, you know, through the apps, right? So a huge, you know, complaint we saw was a lot of these third-party apps for delivery, which saw a huge boom as well. We're taking huge commissions from restaurants to the point where they were losing business, but needed to use them in order to you know, to kind of, you know, still be relevant. So this is to help combat that. And again, the website builder, really quick, really easy to use, all built with mobile, you know, with mobile devices in mind. We saw last year from Square Online stores, over 75% of Square Online customers' orders came from a mobile device. So I mean, that's huge, right? I mean, for in the past when we saw like 50%, that was huge, and we had always forecasted that it would get higher, but this past year really just accelerated, right, that whole process. So again, over 75% of our Square Online stores saw their orders come in from a mobile device. You can also sell on social media with Square Online. So this has, again, the integration with Instagram and Facebook Shop as well, and coming soon also with Google's listings, Google Shopping as well. And then it has an integration with Pinterest, so you can tag your posts on Pinterest with your products as well. So again, we saw the social selling aspect really took off as well, and this is all integrated into the system as part of it for free. It's not an upgrade or anything like that. It's all included into that. And then online payment links, so checkout links, really the quickest and easiest way to get selling online, right? Customers just click through. You can create a checkout link. You can text it. You can email it. Folks click on it, and then they just make a payment here. Let me see if I can make this work here. All right, so here's me. Darcy, give me a thumbs up. Do you see a video? Yes, okay, cool. So this is me on my phone. I have my items set up here. I selected one, and here I'm just gonna click a payment link. I'm gonna share that link. I'm gonna put in a phone number. I'm gonna get that text message, right, saying, hey, Martine just sent you a link. I click on it, and I go online to make a payment, right? So not necessarily needing a full online store, and I can just sell this. We see folks that do like one-off items or custom items, really using this to big advantage, because they don't want to spend time putting it up on an online store, and then it's set, that one-time sells and it's gone, and they need to remove it because it's, you know, a one-time item. So those are Square Online checkout links, and those can be shared directly from the dashboard. So like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, again, incorporating that social selling. And so your customers don't need like any special app or need to download any hardware or anything like that. It's all done automatically. You probably hear my cat crying in the background. All right, so team management. So Square's team management software helps you manage your employees, and you know, really with the intention of helping you to save on labor costs. Simple, secure, and helps merchants manage, you know, their employees. So it helps you keep track of employees' time and protect your business, right? There are 2 tiers. With the free tier, you know, a multitude of features. Keep track of team members' work hours, breaks, overtime. Employees can clock in and out right from the point of sale. They come in right on the iPad or on the terminal or on the app. They can do that. And then you can also do like, you can see which team members are issuing refunds, comps, discounts, and voids to, you know, avoid unexpected losses. And then you can see, you know, custom permissions, right, for granting employees access to different parts of the system for, you know, refunds or not being able to refund, anything like that. And then you can have multiple wages. Yes.
I have a question here. Somebody just messaged and said that they have a Wix website and they want to know if the Square system will link through with their Wix. Are they compatible?
So they're not compatible. They're not going to work together. But before I was on the community affairs team, I worked on our e-commerce sales enablement team. So we helped onboard sellers to Square Online. And we had many customers like this, right? They had a website up and running already. Maybe in this case, you know, it's Wix, and they're like, you know, maybe they use Square like in person, right, at the counter, and they want to do the online store. Well, we would just build the online store portion and then connect that to their Wix website. So the Wix website is up and running. You just add a button there, right, or a link for online store, and then that clicks and that goes to the online store. And then from the online store, you can link back to the home page. So we had many businesses do that. So with the Square Online Store, you can build out a full website, right, from scratch, right? Home, about, contact, galleries, like everything, right? Or you can just do the store page and link that to any already existing website. So it doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't mean like you have to get rid of what you currently have if you just want to use the store portion.
So they're integratable. And then also with the Square, there's no charge for that platform, correct?
Right.
Website.
Right. So they could absolutely set up the free website builder and just connect it to the Wix.
Costs to integrate the 2 platforms.
No.
They already have one. Okay, perfect.
No. No, good question. Yeah, we saw that a lot, right? We saw a lot of businesses that were online already, and they had these beautiful sites that were really more informational, and we're like, I need to be able to sell online now. What do I do? I'm already using Square in person. Can I use Square? Yeah, we'll just build you the store page, and then we can, you know, you can just link to that.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem. Good question. All right, so Square Payroll, right, integrates with team management. That's a part of that. So again, designed with small business owners in mind, get full service payroll, automated tax filings, employee benefits, all from one place. And so you can play employees and contractors, right? You can do unlimited payroll runs. That's been a huge plus for folks being able to do unlimited payroll runs. And again, you can do salary, hourly, contractors, employees, tips, time cards, everything all in one there. Square Capital. So Square Capital, right? So Square offers small business loans, right? So you can get customized loans based on your card sales through Square, and then choose your loan size. So the great thing about Square is just the amount of data that runs through your account, right? So we can see obviously how many cards you're processing, how many orders you've processed, all your sales, because you're doing that all through Square. Better if you still, if you include your cash receipts as well, because that kind of goes into the equation as well. And then we can offer you a loan, right? So based on your card sales, and you repay that daily with your card sales, right? So as you process cards, a percentage of your daily card sales would go to paying your loan. So you're not paying a monthly rate. So you can pay less on slow days and a little more when sales are stronger. And again, we see folks using these to expand their business, to buy a new food truck, or kitchen equipment, or inventory, right? So for any of that stuff. And again, so we can see all your data there, and it's just data. It's just database. So we're not looking at, oh, are you female, male, are you minority, anything like that. We don't have it. We don't collect any of that data. But when we do surveys of our capital product, we really help leverage technology to help level the playing field. So 54% of all of our capital loans went to women, women-owned businesses, compared to 18% for traditional banking loans. And then 37% of Square Capital loans went to minority-owned businesses, compared to 26% of traditional loans. So to date, we obviously were part of the PPP program as well. So to date, I believe it's now nearly $8 billion in funds that have been extended through Square Capital, and a little over 500,000 small businesses that have used Square loans to do that. And again, just going back to that, like our loans range anywhere from $500 to $100,000. On average, our loan size is about $6,500, right? So what banks would consider usually like a micro loan. So just quick and easy to get. Again, you're not having to worry about, and it's a simple fee, right? So when you get a loan offer, it tells you what your loan is, and then what your total fee would be for that. So you know that all up front. So the Square card, right? So when you process through Square, usually bank transfers take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours to get your funds deposited. The Square card lets you is a business debit card that gives you real-time access to the money you process every day with Square. So as you process your cards daily, the money that goes to you gets deposited onto this card every single day. So no monthly fees, again, no sign-up fees, no annual fees. So anytime you make a sale, money goes straight to your Square card, and you can just use that daily to be able to purchase new inventory, or to make any type of purchases for your business quickly and easily for that. So again, just something else that we've incorporated there for folks needing their funds immediately. All right. So when we're talking about Square, right, like why Square really was established to give every aspiring business owner an easier way to take credit cards. As you see, we built a lot more tools since then, from side gigs to sports stadiums, right? Where help empower businesses of all sizes and types to help them succeed, no matter what success, right, means to them. And so we have a really broad set of flexible tools ready for nearly any job, and you only ever pay for what you need. I didn't even include in here for the marketing aspect. We have email marketing. We also now have text message marketing as well, so you can message through text messages. You can also message right through the point of sale. So, and like through your Square Appointments has really powerful AI software included in there that lets folks reschedule and cancel and book appointments, on their own. But it also allows you to be able to chat with them via text message as well. And then we also have some other add-on tools. Like we have Risk Manager, which is something you add on to your payments to be notified any sketchy cards in the system, anything like that. Just really keeping track, or you could ban cards, things like that. So there's other little things that you can add on here and there. Cool. So Darcy, that ends my presentation for that. Happy to answer any and all questions that come our way.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say that one thing that really impresses me about the Square platform is the fact that you guys are very open to listening to small business owners' needs. And I know firsthand, we had a coffee shop in Webster City, Iowa, that is fully Square integrated. I mean, everything they do, online ordering and everything. And I know he's actually been out to your corporate offices and has shared input from a small business owner, especially around payroll and things like that. And you guys have done an excellent job of listening to his concerns and then working on solutions to fit those. And I know you've got other solutions, especially for those niche markets that you're in the process of working on to be able to offer things to a wider audience base. But that's the one thing I really, really like about that. We did have another question come in. How do you integrate your local bank account with Square? How do you reconcile monthly statements of card processing fees?
So you'll have, so like when you create your account, right? So you'll add your account to deposit to, right? So you'll collect, okay, so I'm in a business, I'm gonna add my Bank of America account here to deposit all my funds, right? Square gives you all that data. You can do daily reports, you can do monthly reports. Obviously, at the end of the year, you'll get a 1099 showing all of your funds made, but you'll get a history of all your deposits as well.
Okay. We also had another question. So if someone already has a Square account, and I know you get asked this a lot, and they want to expand what they're using Square, so they may just only be just accepting credit cards right now, but they want to add some other features. What's the best way to get a hold of somebody to be able to have them walk them through setting up and making sure that everything is running smoothly?
Good. So we do have phone support, and let me actually, that's probably one of the bigger questions I get is, what's the number to call Square, right, to get help? So let me get you the number. That way you just have it. But each account, so when you call in, right, so being that it's highly confidential information in your account, you'll have a customer code. And let me open it up here. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna add it in the chat.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's the support number, right? So that number doesn't change. So you can always call into that, but you're gonna need your customer code when you call in. And your customer code is unique to you, and it doesn't change. So the first time you get it, you'll want to write it down. So anytime you call in, you'll be prompted for that code, and you can just give them that. So if you go to squareup.com/code, it will actually prompt you to then you'll want to be signed in, but it'll prompt you to then answer some questions. Then it'll give you the code. It'll give you the phone number at the same time as well, but you'll have it here. In case you don't have it, it'll show it up there. You just have that code, then you can call in, and anybody, you'll be able to get help that way.
Okay, fantastic. Here's another question. This is website related. So we had a question come through that when they set up their Square account, they originally were trying Weebly, and they have since set up their website and domain through GoDaddy. It looks like their Square app is linked to the Weebly site. How do I get it changed to go to my GoDaddy site? Okay,
so yeah, great to hear Weebly. So I started at Weebly.com back in 2015, and then Square bought Weebly in 2018. So that's how I became part of the Square family, and that's why the e-commerce portion is a lot of the stuff that I do, because I came from that world. And I also, for many years, worked at GoDaddy, because they have an office here in Scottsdale, which is where Weebly and Square is located as well. So it looks like my my Square app is linked to the Weebly site. How do I get it changed to my GoDaddy site? So within your GoDaddy account, you should be able to connect because it's just going to depend on whether it's connected or not. It's who's processing it, right? So if I go to your, if you have your Weebly website up and running, you'll definitely want to take that down, unpublish it, and then in GoDaddy, if you're using them for e-commerce, there's a spot there where you can actually connect Square as the payment processor, so it links to your account. Yeah, that would be done from within GoDaddy.
I was at a national conference a couple of years ago, and Square did a presentation, and as much as I think I know about the marketing world, I thought that Squarespace was Square's website platform, and quickly learned in front of a room of about 100 people that Weebly is the Square platform, not Squarespace. They have nothing to do with each other. So,
you're not the first, Darcy.
Yeah, I will never forget that though. So for everybody here on the call, Weebly and Square are connected. Squarespace has nothing to do with Square. So,
yep.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and finish what you were saying here on the GoDaddy piece to the question. You put up a link there in the chat.
Yeah, that's GoDaddy's help article to link your Square account. That would usually be done from right within the GoDaddy side.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Hey, Martin.
Yes.
So I'm the one that just asked that last question about the Weebly and GoDaddy. Darcy, I hope it's okay if I'm getting on the audio.
Yeah, please do.
So
please do.
I'm not as tech savvy as I used to be, but what I guess what caused the question for me is when I go to my online store or whatever, it's got old pictures that I originally had set up on the Weebly. It's not showing my new stuff, so that's kind of what's telling me or indicating to me that it's not linking.
Okay.
I can actually get that tied in. Is that what you're telling me?
Gotcha. RC, can you get me his email address, and then once we're done here, I can connect with him and we can try to figure that out.
You bet.
Cool.
Super. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Any other questions for Martin? Now, Martin, I'm sure that you guys have seen a surge in just the volume of use by your clients and new clients coming on, just with the whole pandemic and people having to learn how to sell, out the back door while the front door was closed and completely. Anyway, so I know that we originally connected with you clear back when the pandemic started and did a webinar, especially for restaurants, to make sure that they got their menus online, because a lot of them were doing pickup and stuff. So, so we had another question come in. So the gal that has the Wix site, after today, she wants to convert it to a Square website. So in a year, things are easier for her. What's Square's online store name? Or why don't you maybe walk us through what you need to do if you have a site and you want to convert over to the Square site? Maybe the process.
Yeah, okay. So this is the Square. I just logged into my Square account here. So and your account will look the same, right? Everyone will have the same options here. And so what you're looking for is this blue online button, and that's going to take you right into the Square Builder. Now, so you're not going to Weebly. So Weebly's the company that Square bought, but it's the Square online store. So it's all in there. So if you go into your Square account and you click online here, that's going to take you in to start building your Square online store. If you haven't started it, it'll actually walk you through. It'll have an onboarding process. Mine's already built, so it's it's going to take me there, but it'll all be done from in here. Now back to, let's see, how do I switch windows here? So back to the earlier, so let's say this is my Kenny's Burger Shop, my test account here. So let's say you're Kenny's Burgers and you have a Wix website up and running, and it's got pictures of your food and all that, and but then you want to add the online ordering. You could do that and then just link to have a button to order now, right? And just link to that. So this is the actual ordering page. So you can see it's got pickup, delivery, right? If I have multiple locations, I can pick multiple locations, and then I can start my order here. So you could just link just this page, right? You could just build this page to your website and then have an online ordering system there, and then just have like a button here for back home. So if you wanted to keep the Wix site, you could again build the Square online store page and just link that to Wix. If you wanted to get rid of Wix completely and just use Square, then yeah, you could build like a home page, about, right, and then link to your ordering page as well.
So where do they go to get started? Because I assume that they can come out and build this other website and then basically just take down their current one when this one's live, and then have
Right.
the domain. They're going to need to work to get the domain redirected.
Yeah, so that's the great thing about it is, so you can actually start building your website. It'll give you a square.site address for that, right? So if you have your website up, like I said, if you're at kennysburgers.com and now you're building the site, it could be kennysburgers.square.site, and then you could have a website up and running. That way you could build it, you can test it, and then if you wanted to change the domain name, you can do that after that.
Okay. I don't know if that answered your question, Julie. If not, let's connect after and we can get you some more specific information, okay? And then we did have a question come through for someone who's already using Square pretty proficiently, multiple locations, things like that. Is there a good place to go for tutorials on the loyalty and marketing features? And, you know, because they want to learn more about how to maximize the use of the program.
Yeah, you can always definitely call in for help with that. If you're looking to do it on your own, I would highly recommend going here, which is our seller community. So this is like our community hub where you can ask questions, you can get answers, right? How-tos, general discussions, right? This is also where all of our updates will be. I really love this because a lot of the answers are either going to come from a Square representative, right? So our advanced support teams, or a Square seller. So we have what we call super sellers in here. So these are folks that know Square inside and out, and they'll answer questions for folks, right? So it's like, hey, I'm trying to expand my loyalty program. Any tips for that, right? We'll have the general how-to guides and all that, but you'll have, you know, either a Square rep or a Square seller answer and be like, hey, yes, I did that as well. Here's how I did that. Here's some guides for that. So a great place to get help with that stuff would be the seller community, which I just added in there. And again, this links to your Square account as well. It'll you know, you can sign in and it'll have all your info saved in there.
Okay. Awesome. And then are there any tutorials that are out like on YouTube and places like that as well?
We do have a ton of we do, yeah. And so you can see right here in the Square community, like recent discussions, new in Square marketing, redeem customer coupons in Square Online point of sale, right? So there's a ton of stuff in there already here, right? So you'll see a lot of those and then related articles, and it'll like walk you through, you know, how to do that. And then there's here, getting started with Square marketing, right? So it'll even teach you like, here's a whole overview, you know, of Square marketing here. Actually, I'll just.
Do you guys have routine webinars that people can join in? Do you do things like that? I know you've got a program that you've been working on, and I think the pandemic probably threw it backwards a year of, you know, getting out and really educating people on the platform, more on the ground kind of thing. But if someone was wanting to, you know, how do they find out when you're going to be online so that they can maybe jump on and learn a little bit more? Gotcha.
The seller community is a great place for that. So we just had, just the other day, we had a live Q&A with the founders of Harlem Biscuit Company. They're Square sellers, and they did a webinar and talked about how they got started with Square, like what they've done to build their business, how they were successful during the pandemic. So we have that. We also, I love our YouTube channel.
Is that out on YouTube? Oh, okay. So would that be on your YouTube channel?
That was on seller community. That was on the seller community page.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So this is our YouTube channel. If we go to videos here, we have a ton of videos on how to do a bunch of different things. We have partnered up with other folks as well. Like these are brand marketers that do like little webinars on building an e-commerce presence that sells. This was just these were just a month ago. So how to create a digital marketing campaign. So, and you'll see a lot of these with the blue, like getting ready for tax season, getting started with Square Risk Manager. So there's, I mean, a ton of videos here. And then any webinars we do as well will all be here. So we did a campaign with Forbes. And so we had like some hour-long webinars that were done there as well. So everything will eventually end up here. But yeah, so you can see getting started with Square for retail, payroll, you know, payments, and then just some of the other, you know, stuff in here. The Dream series on Webster City, Iowa, that was in there. That's in there, right? So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff like that, either from Square or Square partners. I believe this is Chris Duncan. He did a lot of these webinars for us. You know, in launching a successful business, things like that. That just kind of work in general.
Excellent. These are great resources if you're already on Square or if you just want to learn a little bit more. And we always tell our clients at the center that not every platform is right for you. And so it's important to understand the platforms. And so we always like them to start with Square because you guys are so robust, and then they can make that decision if it's the right platform. And then we also have resources to assist our clients as well. So if after today you have more questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I can connect you with the right folks at Square. It may be just a email link, or it could be a phone number call, but we'll get you connected. I just put my email address out in the chat. So that is my email there at the Small Business Development Center.
That last link I just added there is the last link I just added in the chat there is this page, our Small Business Development page. And so it's got our Business Resource Center. There's a link here for any upcoming events.
Awesome.
All the Square guides, Square support. It's has kind of everything all in one there. So and there's the Dream Series, right? Made in Iowa.
Okay, fantastic. So, any last questions for Martin? We filled the full hour this morning. Is there? Oh.
Is that the rent of the cabins? So yeah, you could use Square appointments for that. So instead of services, essentially the services would be the cabins. So let's say you had 5 cabins. So I'm booking, what service am I booking? It would be cabin 1, right? And then you would pick the day, and you would set to whether it's all day or hourly, right? So like a barbershop would do 30-minute or hour appointments, right? For the cabin, it would be daily.
That's a good question. I was trying to read it and comprehend it, but yeah, and that's the one thing too. I've got a couple of clients I'm working with that are having to take applications that were really created for another use, but they're able to kind of, like in this case, take them and kind of spin them a little to serve their needs. It's just a little bit of creative thinking sometimes. So don't let maybe
absolutely
appointment booking scare you when it maybe is a rental booking or something like that. So, but that's
absolutely, yeah. We found our sellers get really creative with things, right? Like, and that's a lot of the Square services, like it's built for this, but I use it for that, right? So you can get really creative with it. We saw, Square appointments where we generally thought like, okay, it's someone in your space, right? You're booking this time in your space. We've seen folks use it to book virtual shopping appointments, right? So they'll book an hour time to then, you do like a Zoom call, and you can show them your store, show them the racks, show them the shelves, and then they can, and then they'll buy the stuff online. So yeah, folks get really creative.
Awesome. Well, Martin, I greatly appreciate you helping us today, and I know the Region 12 folks do as well. And with the 2-hour time difference, you look great for starting this at 5:30 your time this morning.
Lots of coffee.
Yeah. We need that caffeine. So if anyone has any follow-up questions on Square, feel free. I have my email out in the chat box that you can get a hold of me, and then I can connect you, like I said, with the Square team. Even if it's an initial consultation, you just want to talk through your business and find out some information to help you make an educated decision on what's right for you. And I think we're fair to say that with extremely niche businesses right now, there's been a lot of work being done in those areas, but it's not quite there just yet. So it may not be the right fit for you today, but they do probably fit about 85% of the businesses out there. I've only ran into a case of about 2 that wouldn't work because they were so niche. But I'll tell you what, Square does a fantastic job. We don't really, I can't really tell a client what to do, but we're here to provide those resources, and we've got a nice partnership with Square and Martin's team there. They're very receptive to our needs, and we appreciate that. So, Chris,
you guys have been great. I love SBDC, partnering with you guys. I mean, we've got the same mission, right? At the end of the day, we're here to help businesses succeed. So yeah, that's why I think the partnership works so well, because we're both there to help them in whatever fashion that might be.
So.
Absolutely. We've kind of adopted a new tagline at our center, and really we're about building communities one small business at a time. And I think Square has done a great job in being a resource to do that. So Chris,
continue,
we're
hope
going
to continue to do so.
So yeah, I agree. So
Martin,
thank you, Chris, for letting our team be a part of your digital workshop series here on marketing.
So Martin, thank you. This is, I think, some great conversations, some great questions this morning. Thank you for taking the time to join us and talk about Square and the solutions that you have. Darcy, thank you so much. You and your group there at the Small Business Development Center have been a great resource in putting this series together. We are working on some other ideas, kind of some more of the entrepreneurial type things. So stay tuned, I guess, because we have some more ideas in the hopper, and we appreciate your participation. Great partnership all the way around. So thank you all so very much. Have a great day. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Darcy and or myself. So.